Stop wasting your hours on the range. If your scores aren't dropping, your swing isn't the problem. The truth is, you can drop 5, 8, even 10 shots without changing your golf swing. This isn't about swing mechanics. Nope. It's about mastering golf theory optimal strategy. The same logic elite golfers and their caddies use to win tournaments. Today, we'll show you 3 strategies that turn double bogeys into stress-free pars. Real quick, we're running a monthly SwingWise giveaway with 2 chances to win big. First, 1 subscriber gets a $500 PGA Tour Superstore gift card. Second, 5 more golfers will each receive a free 1-year subscription to the SwingWise app. To enter, it is simple. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Tell us what part of your game needs the most help. Winners will be chosen every month, so don't wait. Lock in your entry and start playing smarter golf with SwingWise. Let's hop into it. I want to show you how to get off the tee box optimally, how to hit the best optimal landing zone or approach shot. That's usually to the fat of the green, not short-sided. And then layup shots. You got to be intentional with those on the par 5s, or even if you're on a par 4 that's too long for you. Okay, the first step to playing any hole the correct way is to optimize your tee shot strategy, and that starts before you ever swing. For this hole, we have mapped it out in the SwingWise app. The correct distance to cover is 225 yards, aimed left of center of the fairway towards the bridge down the left. I'm taking a 5-wood, and if I hit it solid, it should leave me around 115 yards for my approach shot. Now notice what I'm doing here. I'm starting on the right side of the tee box as I'm going to play a fade down the left center of the fairway. This setup gives me the entire width of the fairway, starting from the bridge, back across all the way to the water on the right. Let's see how it goes. All right, the wind knocked it down a little, so it came up just a little short of the original number, but we're in the fairway, and more importantly, we are still in position for our approach shot. All right, we've got about 150 yards. The wind's still in our face after the last shot. I'm going to go with a knockdown 7-iron. It's what I like to call my punchy Tommy Fleetwood shot. It's the same move I use for layups. It has a controlled lower flight, perfect for keeping the ball under the wind. What we're working on here today is shot planning, layups, approaches, tee shots, and knowing exactly where to land it and why. So this one's a 2-for-1, a knockdown into the wind, and the same swing I'd use in laying up on a par 5. Sit. All right, pulled it just a touch to the left, but still have plenty of green to work with. Not too bad. Let's go see the next one. All right. Not too bad. What do you think, Jen?
That was pretty nice.
Yeah, should have had a decent amount of green to work with. All right, we can save the day with old Trusty.
Nice.
All right, so we're gonna keep doing this throughout the video. So we have a par 3 here. It's playing about 173 today, and generally hit a draw with my iron. So I'm gonna aim just inside the right bunker there and draw it in. I'm really not trying to get too close to the flag. I'm not trying to go pin hunting. My optimal landing zone is really just right of the pin and then extend it all the way out to the right of the green. But I'm going to try and split the difference and hit in between that greenish bush, really in the background just past the bunker. That way, 2-putt for par is the most likely scenario here, and there's not really good places to miss other than that, or maybe long left, but there's also a little wind, so I just want to make sure I keep it right side of the green. Oh, Jen, that might be really good.
Oh, man.
Zoom in on that shit. Is it in the hole?
I can't tell. It's in the shade.
It's because it's in the hole.
Oh, man. If it's actually in the hole, I'm going to start tweaking, dude.
I was right on it. So what I was trying to do there was hit the right side of the green, knowing that it would funnel that way too. What I like hitting to like an optimal landing zone on these approach shots is sometimes you pull it a little and you're even closer to the hole. So it's the best of both worlds, right?
All right, we're gonna see if it's in the hole now.
7 feet, 8 feet short.
Wow, still a good shot.
All right, for the views. Wah, wah, wah. All right, so we made par.
not the end of the world. The takeaway is hit to a spot that's going to leave you the most green and then a good chipping spot to get up and down from if you miss the green. And then occasionally, for a little bit, you might be 7 feet. So what does that give us on that hole, Jen?
Stress-free par.
Stress-free pars. That's what we're about. All right, so to optimize this tee shot, I just know from playing out here a lot, I'm going to go pretty much to the middle of that orchard tree out in the distance. That way I'm going to have the most amount of fairway to land in. And then I also know if I go a little left, there's some rough, and if I go a little right, there's some rough. But it's not bad rough. It's not really high. It's very doable to hit a layup shot out of there. See what we do. Oh, I think he was down to the went down in the rough on the right, but still would be fine. We're playing this as a 3-shot par 5, so we should have a really easy shot to lay up and get into a good place for our 3rd shot. All right, so we've got about 260 to the green. This is one thing I also want to cover. We have some wind with us. You know, the ball's below my feet. Very good lie from a rough perspective, but the below my feet thing is not one of the lies I like the best. So I'm going to be just a little bit more safe and hit a 6-iron, and I'm going to do my kind of punchy swing with the wind behind us. And then there's a big drop off down there, so I'll gain another probably 15-20 yards easy because of the drop off. So 6-iron should be plenty to put us somewhere in that 120-100 yard range, and those are the shots I like to hit full into a green. Always got to pick a good aim point. So since it's below my feet, I'm going to aim just to the left of that darker green, kind of a Christmas tree looking tree. So I'm going to aim there, and then it should bleed back to the right a little bit just because of my stance. And what I really like about this shot is, to me, it's like a very simple swing. It's essentially the same as my like 50 degree, 54, 60 degree pitch shot. I'm just doing it with a longer club. And the more you can do something like that and use it in multiple different situations, the less stress you'll have, and golf will just become that much more easier for you. So here we go, Jen. All right. Should be pretty good. Once again, this is an example of hitting to an optimal landing zone or approach shot. As you can see, the creek meanders to the left, and it also cuts into the green a bit. So my cover distance to cover the whole thing is probably more like 115, but there, you know, if I'm dead at the pin, it's more like 110. So I'm gonna hit to 130. The pin's sitting at about 122. And actually, sorry, I'm gonna play to 127. That's the middle of the green. And I'm gonna aim just right of the pin. You can see those trees in the distance, the closest tree to the flag. I'm gonna start it out right at that inside tree and maybe draw it a little bit. Obviously, I don't wanna overcook it. So another thing to think of too in this situation, which I almost did to myself, is I'm gonna aim right, I'm gonna hit it there. You don't wanna say, don't hit it left and bring the creek into play. So part of the mental side of this is you wanna say what you're gonna do in a positive way. Don't say anything negative, so just say positive stuff. So I'm gonna hit this about 5 feet right of the pin, about 127 yards. So it should go just slightly past. Where's the wind? The wind's supposed to blow it back to the right. On the green, 2 putts. What's that give us, Jen?
Stress-free par.
There you go. And hell, we might get lucky. We've been known to make a few bombs, right, Jen?
Yeah, with that lab you got.
Yeah. Got a little bit longer putt than we were hoping for, but it's going to be a little right to left. Should be a fairly easy 2-putt. Whoa, where's the break?
Whoa.
All right. All right, that's what we call a stressful par. All right, so we got a par 4, slight dog leg to the left. My aim point is that tree out there in the distance. There's a lot of wind. Normally it's a 3-wood, but since there's a lot of wind, we're gonna hit driver, and we're just gonna try and stay out of those bunkers on the left. So my aim point is just right of that tree, like I was saying. I'm gonna hit a little draw. Let's see how we do, Jen. Yep, kicked right? I think we're all right. We got close to the edge. Since I aimed far enough right when I pulled it and hooked it a little bit, stayed out of the trouble. Should have a good shot in. You see when we get up there, the key is just to stay away from those bunkers and then get far enough up there where you have a clear shot at the green. So we ended up in a good spot. As you can see, we're really trying to use all this fairway, and we use that tree as an aim point. And we pulled it, but we stayed out of the trouble. We got 113, gonna hit a gap wedge. And for my good landing zone here. I'm gonna aim a little right of the green because there's a bunker to the left. The bunker on the right shouldn't really come in play. And that way, you know, I should be able to get something fairly close on the green. If not, I come up maybe a little short right in front of the green or go a little long. Most likely, I say I've got about 80% chance to hit this green. Got a gap wedge, 113. Gonna also hit kind of a little bit of a knockdown shot because there's some wind up there. So kind of another one of those 2-for-1 deals as we had on the first hole. Oh, it came off good. It might be deep. Stay right there. Did it go deep or is it about pin high?
About pin high.
Yes. So that was perfect, Jen. I put it back in my stance, tried to do my kind of 3/4 Fleetwood shot, kept it low, and I believe it kind of hit near pin high and checked pretty quick. So exactly what we drew up, man.
Nice,
Go
dude.
make the birdie putt. Tweak, tweak. All right, Jen, so about 5 feet for birdie.
Nice.
Hit that nice little knockdown shot. I'm telling you guys, like if you could practice that, whatever it is, I know you see mine on film, it might be more like a full shot for some people. But for me, I just know I'm taking it here and I'm just coming back down and trying to hit a lower finish, and I can keep the ball low, and then it's a pretty reliable shot. So when I can hit it into a green, I like to do it. But I also use it for my layup shots because it's more reliable. Hopefully we'll have one where I have like a 40 to 60 to 80 yard shot, and I can show you how I do it with a 54 degree, 50 degree, or 60 degree, depending on how far it is. And that's how I hit those shorter distance shots that are difficult for a lot of people. So one kind of shot strategy or swing strategy you can use in multiple areas. Make golf easy, and when you're reliable with it, it's what, Jen?
Stress free.
Stress free. Let's make a stress free birdie here.
Oh!
All right. All right. So we'd like to have a birdie, right, Jen? But
Yeah.
what'd we get?
Stress free par, dude.
There you go, man. All right, so we're at a par 4. Plays about 380 based on the yardage and where the fairway and the danger. Fairway kind of pinches in around 240, 250-ish from here. So I'm gonna hit my 5-wood that goes about 225, 230. Gonna aim right center of the fairway. If you can see like the tee box in front of us, Jen, that wooden tee marker that's furthest up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and kind of start it right at that and draw it back. The only real danger is a waste bunker on the left, but by taking this 5-wood and not hitting a driver or even a 3-wood, I increase my margin for error and not being able to go in there, right? And the tall stuff up on the left I can get into with a 3-wood. On the left up there, that hay, you don't want to be in that. I know this club, even if I kill, it's going to stay short of that. So let's see where we go. Thinking right down Broadway, Jen. All right, we left it out to the right a little bit, but I believe we're still in the fairway. Yes, sir, right center of the fairway.
Yep.
Be a good angle into the pin, which I didn't mention from the tee box, but the pin is on the left side of the green a little bit, kind of left center-ish. So we'll have a wide optimal landing zone up there as well. Something to take into account is when you're hitting your tee shot, you should also, if you know where the pin is, make sure you're hitting to a good angle to get into the green from there. So we hit a really good drive right center of the fairway. We're gonna aim, I don't know if you can see it, Jen, but there's a brown spot or leaf right of the pin up there on the very crest before the green starts.
That yellow.
Yeah, that yellowish. I'm gonna aim there. The pin is sitting in a little bowl and there's a ridge around it. So as long as I don't hit it more than about 135, it should catch the bowl and bring it back to the hole. You've seen on some other videos, I've hit some chip shots to leverage the backboard. We're just gonna hit a nice, smooth, kind of knockdown-ish pitching wedge to get up there. So another kind of 2-for-1 where you can see how I'm gonna lean on this reliable shot wherever I can. Now I got 124. I'm not gonna get egotistical and try and hit a sand wedge or a gap wedge. I'm gonna hit the easiest thing for me, which is this little knockdown that I use for chipping or pitch shots, and then I also use it for my layup shots. So very reliable shot for me. All right. Kind of jumped at that one a little bit. It wasn't my best pass at it. Didn't quite carry it far enough, but I think we'll still be in a decent shot to get up and down. And I guess we get to try using the backboard again. Right, Jen?
Yes, sir.
I'm okay with being here from a landing zone perspective because I knew it was in the bowl and I know I have this backboard. So we're gonna hit this chip shot, kind of a floaty toe downer, one of my favorites, and we're gonna use the backboard to bring it back down to the hole. Come on, baby.
Oh, man.
Come on. Settle, settle, stop.
Dude.
I think that is
That's art, dude.
that's a stress-free par. Even though I might not have played the exact right shot on the second one, I knew I kind of had this bailout. Not the end of the world.
Dude, that's freaking art, man.
Yeah, I think the tricky thing for you guys if you're going to do that at home is it's dependent on the speed of the greens, but you know, you don't want to get too aggressive and go up the tier and get stuck,
Right.
which has happened before. But generally speaking, it's not too bad. You can judge it because you only have to get within about 5 feet or so of your landing point. That's how it's done, Jen.
That's not just art, it's good art. There is such thing as bad art.
I know I've been hitting this like knockdown shot a lot, but I think this is actually more appropriate. It's pretty much a level shot because the tee box is as high as the green, even though there's a big valley in between. It's 105 to the pin. And again, on this hole, there's a backdrop at about 110, 112. We should be able to roll it back down towards the flag. So I'm gonna aim a little right. I'm going to take the 50 degree, which is more like a 120 club, and I'm going to do the little knockdown Tommy Fleetwood shot again and see if that can get us close to the pin. I feel like we're owed a birdie or two here, Jen.
Yeah.
Be right. Oh, I guess we just went the right distance. I'll take it.
Hey.
Hard for the viewers to tell, but that was still flight it lower than my normal shot with a 50 degree. It would be a lot more in the air. Once again, I think we got 10 feet or less for birdies. All right, so Jen didn't break the news to me until I got in the cart that we're actually just short. I thought it was on the green. We still got maybe like 12 to 15 feet for birdie. Still very makeable. We're just in the fringe. I don't know when we're gonna get, we put in new collars, and I don't know why we have these little sprigs of grass, but I think they're working on getting it, but it doesn't usually affect it that much. So I'm just gonna go ahead and putt it. I'm gonna aim maybe a ball or two out to the right. See if we can't snake this one in. Oh, I totally pulled it, Jen.
Damn.
Stress-free par. All right, so this hole's, Jen will have it up for you, but I guess about 380 par 4. There's a ledge and then there's a big drop-off, and the drop-off is not fairway, but I've gotten really accustomed to be able to hit off of it, and it usually is a good lie, so I consider it fairway in my game. So my optimal shot here is I'm gonna hit it as far down the fairway as possible, and then from this tee box, like I can get it close to the bottom and have a 60-yard chippy shot in. So that's what we're gonna try and do. You need to pick an aim point, and then you need to hit an aim point based off of your swing. Like if I normally hit a fade or normally hit a draw, I'm gonna hit what we call the bullet, which is a tee down kind of fairway finder. And since it goes downhill after the ledge, like I'm not worried about teeing it high and bombing it down there. I can get it out there pretty far doing the bullet, and it's a more reliable shot for me. That gives me the most optimal chance to get in the position I wanna be for my next shot. So we're gonna aim just on the left edge of that moon crater looking thing, and it should peel back towards the middle of the fairway. And even if I go down the left side, I know where that is down there. Everything kicks back to the right. There's more room to the left than the right, and I won't be blocked out by trees. We're gonna hit something down the left side here and peel it back into the middle. What do you think, Jen?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, what do you like better, the bullet or the bomb?
For this hole,
In general.
I think I like the bullet.
I do too, I just like that.
It's almost like a wannabe stinger.
Exactly. All right, a little further left than I want it. Kind of flipped it over a little bit, but we're gonna be fine. We'll be in the rough on the left. All right, so we pulled the tee shot into the woods here. Not our best effort, but you're not always gonna hit it where you wanna hit it. Normally my optimal landing zone would be near the green, but we don't really have an angle at the green. So I'm gonna take my medicine. I'm just gonna pitch it out to the middle down there. I'm not gonna get cutesy and try and hook it around this tree and get to that fairway spot. I'm just gonna try and pitch something to the dead middle of the fairway down there in a flat area so I can chip on, hopefully make par, if not make no worse than bogey. So this is part of it too, people. You just can't do the dumb things. There's no reason to try and hit some kind of hero shot that I can pull off 1 time out of 10. It's just no bueno. I'm just gonna pitch something down to the middle of the fairway. All right, Jim, now we get to do the punchy little pitch shot, giving the viewers what they want. So we chipped out here to the sort of fairway. It's cut as rough, but don't have too bad of a lie. probably gonna roll out of here, so we can't do the exact like one hop and stop shot. So we're gonna hit sort of 3/4 punchy 54 degree, and hopefully it'll release back to the pin. Even though this should be going right at the pin from the yardage, based on where the pin is in the back and this little slope, it slopes to the right. I'm gonna aim a good 10 feet left of it for safety, because the most important thing right now in playing optimally is get it on the green, have a putt for par, and at worst case, walk out with a bogey. So here we go, Jen. All right, I think it's about pin high on the back shelf. All right, so we've got, I don't know, Jen, like 15 feet, maybe 18 for our par. We're gonna try and give it a scare, but our real intent here is just to get it in tap-in range, take our medicine, make bogey from the woods, and be happy with it. Oh, thought we were gonna ring them up. All right, stress-free bogey. So we got a par 4, number 8. It plays about 400, but it's weird because it's like a 90-degree dog leg. So it really plays more like 420, but I'm gonna aim just inside the fan out in the distance and try and cut it over inside of it and around the tree. Luckily, I can hit this 5-wood over the tree, so if I push it a little, I can get away with it, but I really like to go around it if possible. So by doing that, I've got a really wide landing zone because I can't go through the fairway unless I pull it over the bunkers, and most likely I should be able to get it into the fairway as long as I avoid the tree. Nice little high cut with the old reliable 5-wood.
Oh, damn.
Straight ball with a little cut. I'd smash that. All right. We're in the fairway, just a little left where I want it, but I'm in position. I've just got a custom on this hole that you can hit a really good tee shot, and it's a 6, 7, sometimes a 5-iron into it. But we've got a shot into the green. Why are you smiling like that? What did I say wrong?
You just said 6, 7.
I was just saying what it is. I could hit a 6-iron or a 7-iron. So we're gonna hit the 6, nice and smooth. We're gonna aim dead middle of the green, try and just stay out of the bunkers on the right and left. So 6-iron should be plenty with the wind. Let's go get it, Jen.
Let's get it.
We need a birdie to offset that bogey. This is what I was telling you. This is for you guys at home. I gotten in a bad habit of not doing my whole pre-shot routine. I just walked up to the ball, and for like 2 weeks, I was hitting it right of every target just about, unless I kind of pulled it. So for me, I've got to kind of line up to it as I walk into the ball like this. Pick out a point, that little, and I'm trying to square up the face to there, which matches my target, and then make my feet parallel to that. I have to get up just a little, just short.
Yeah.
All right, caught it a little heavy, but I think it's still a pretty good shot, right?
Yeah.
You sound kind of somber, like I sculled it into the woods or something.
Well, the thing is, it's neither in the hole or in the circle of trust.
I forgot your level of expectations. Got a hole out from 177. Par 3s, I got to make a hole in one.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Heck, it's not even on the green.
All right. Well, make you happy if I chip it in for birdie?
Yeah.
All right.
That'll do it.
All right. So Jen's very disappointed in me because I came up like 1.5 feet short of the green, and it didn't go in the hole or to like 1 foot or 2 feet. But we still got a reasonable shot at this. It's gonna go right to left. Probably, what do you say, 20 feet? Somewhere, give or take 3 or 4 feet.
Something like that. Oh. Close.
Kind of pushed it, but what do we got?
Stress-free par.
Yes, sir. So I think this keeps us at 1 over for the day. All right, so we got a par 5. There's a split fairway. The best shot for me at my distances and where we're teeing off from is to aim. You see that kind of reddish yellow tree off in the distance, kind of bushy. I'm going to try and aim right in the middle of that. And if I carry it and hit it solid, it should hit on the other side of that hill and put us in a position to go for it in 2. Still going to hit the bullet because I feel like that's a more solid shot.
Damn, bro.
Got a little ash cheek into that one, son.
That was right on target.
It stayed over all that stuff. All right, Jen, we are in go zone. We've got 184. Pin is in the front. We have a healthy wind behind us. The stock 6-iron is about a 185 shot. I'm guessing I can get a good 190, 195 out of this with the wind. I'm not gonna aim at the flag though. As you can see off in the distance, there's a little green sign at the back of the green, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna aim there or maybe just a little right of that for safety. And I think we have enough club that it's also should be safe distance-wise. That's gonna be the optimal landing zone, somewhere between the pin and the right side of the green.
Oh shit.
Pop up on. The other thing to tell you guys at home, like I hit a draw with my iron, so very comfortable that's gonna come back around. The wind carried a little, and you know, the aim point is really key on these shots, is give yourself a little room for error and air to where you're away from danger, not short-sighted. So like if I missed that kind of fluffy and short, I would have been like maybe 10 yards short of the green. Had a very nice chip shot to get up and down for birdie on this par 5. So. All right, guys, we got a nice little chip shot here. We're gonna hit our toe down floaty shot. I'm gonna aim just a little bit left for the viewers at home. I'm gonna try and land it somewhere up in here, and it's gonna funnel a little to the right. Bet money, gang. Check out our chipping secret video, and you too can learn the toe down floaty shot. All right, not too bad. It's a little tricky, Jen. There's a little knob that it's either gonna kick it left or right, like a spine. That was gonna be a hard one to make. I like this. What is this, Jen?
That's a stress-free birdie, bro.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. First off, I think we shot 36, even par.
Yeah.
1 bogey, 1 birdie, the rest pars.
Yep.
I think we hit 8 out of 9 greens in regulation. And the key to that was we did optimization of our tee shots, where we hit to the safest place that's reasonable, not trying to hit driver every hole, take the ego out of it. We looked at thoughtful, planned out approach shots and hit to optimal landing zones. And that's why we hit so many greens. And check mark, we hit 7 out of 9 greens, 2 for 2 on up and down, so you count the birdie. And the other thing is having intentional layup shots on the par 5s. We got to go for this one in 2. The other one we laid up. But how I do those shots is that kind of punchy little Tommy Fleetwood shot, which is very reliable. Use it for knockdown shots and layup shots. But hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. If there's anything you'd like to see on the channel, we're down to hear it, down to do it. See you in the next one.